Hello farmers and welcome back to New Hope on Farming Simulator 25. We are in the month of September, middle of harvest season, and we got our lovely little poppy field just behind us. That will be harvested in October, so we'll be getting that in a little while, but not to start off things. I think we got some rye, possibly, that we got to harvest. Just checking on some things, literally just logged in. I haven't been on here too long. I'm trying to get caught up because it's been over a week since I've been on the map, so trying to get refreshing my memory of what we're doing here. One thing I can see I need to do is this field over here, which was this was millet, and looks like the lime needs a little bit of a touch up, so that'll need to get done. But we're going to start off today by harvesting a field, and I think it's rye is what we are harvesting. There is our fent. Let's just fire up the fent and bring it on over to the field. Hello, Miles. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Yes, a Thursday. You know what would be good is if I actually turned on my steering wheel so I could actually drive some stuff around the map. That usually helps. Don't think I want to be using a keyboard. I mean, I could, but it's been a while since I had to do that. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with this series. I've had some ideas about making some more stuff in our vegetable production. I'm not too sure if I want to go that route anymore. The vegetable production seems a little bit OP. So I'm not sure if I want to go that direction or not. I may start actually just paying off the loan, which yeah, I still owe just shy of $2 million on. So maybe we'll just start throwing money towards that. Could be. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, this field looks like it needs some lime as well, so this needs to be baled and limed also. Looks like we were using our Lexian, so we'll fire that up. Hello, John. Hope you're having a good Thursday and had a nice Wednesday as well. Welcome. There is rain in the forecast. I have no idea what time that rain's supposed to get here. It could rain in the next 3 minutes in-game, so I have no idea. It's been over a week since I've been on this map. Last Tuesday, I would say, is when I was on this map. There we go. Get some straw. We'll bale up the straw. Where is my doits? That's going to be the question. The doit should be spreading some lime while I'm doing this. Oh yeah, we also got to start getting our houses, get those back up and going. I'm not sure if they're being currently built on. I don't know if I brought material up or not. Oh, it's raining. Alright, well, we'll turn off the combine. So that was a quick harvest. We'll turn that off. Where is my doits far? Actually, let me turn off the engine of the fent. Oh, there's my doits. Can you take the rest of that chicken feed? Oh, thank you. Good, took it all. So now let's bring the trailer back with us. And we'll get a worker to start putting some lime down. Oh, nope, that I was like, where does that bring me? That brings me out to my water. Kind of forgot, made a little bit of a path to where we pick up our water at. So I guess I could bale that field, but I think I'll see if our houses are currently being worked on. If not, we'll work on that, then come back and start some baling. Don't know how long it's going to rain for. Let's see here. I guess I'll park. Yeah, we'll park this trailer away. I don't think I need it for anything anytime soon. Although the chickens may need some feed. But I'm going to guess it might be pretty well off since the trailer was already down there. I'm pretty sure I brought a good load of sorghum down for them. All right, we'll top this off with some lime. And we'll get it laying down some lime in that field. All right, let's put out the sprinting disc. I do got over 70 grand in the bank account, so I shouldn't have to worry about being able to buy lime and a few other things I may need today. Temporary course. You go there. Field settings, 18 meter. 2 headlands is fine. I'm actually going to go 5% overlap just because. Generate course. And get to work. So 21 minutes for them to get that done, I guess. Alright, into the Fendt. We'll drop this off here. Let's see, where did I put? Is that still up at the houses or is that down by the sawmill? I think I already see up here at the houses. So we're just going to zoom on up there. I may have brought the material up at the end of last stream. These houses may be worked on, but I don't remember. Should have at least one house being worked on, but I think we do have 2 houses being worked on. Yep, this one here. So what does this house currently need? 5 bags, 1 furniture. Alright, so the house is not being worked on currently, so 5 bags, 1 furniture. And then we do have another house right here. That's in the early stages, as we can see. What do we need here? 10 bags. So 15 bags and 1 furniture. So let's go grab a whole bunch of cement bags. Does show clouds in the future forecast, so it shouldn't be raining too long. I think our cement production has a good amount down here. Let's see what we got. I got a lot of bricks, and it looks like I got a lot of bags currently. I will go over and fire up this and this. We will have a look at the... I'm hoping I'm not wrong on this. That the video that Giants put out today about the DLC coming out in just a little bit over a month. I think it was supposed to come out today. I'll double check on that before I play it because I don't want to break any of my agreements I have with Giants. But I thought, was the video released today? Did anyone else see it? Or am I going to have to double check on that? But we'll play the video. If it was released today, we will play the video and just have a quick look on it, at it, maybe discuss it a little bit. Hello, FS Farmer. Welcome. Hope you've been doing well. Oh, I wasn't keeping track what I was doing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 7 more. Whoops. 1, 2. I'm making a complete mess of this down here now. 3, 4, 5. 6. I'm just going to have to load it because I think I may have miscounted here. No, that's 14. So I was counting correctly. And number 15. Alright, let's go grab a piece of furniture. What's this sawmill looking like? Ooh, it looks like the stuff at the sawmill. I guess I could sell that stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to start paying out the loan and get that paid off. I mean, not today, but it'll be a good start. Hello, Crystal. Welcome. Hope you've been well. Furniture. Man, you don't play on a map for almost 9 days. You do forget where everything is, don't you? Alright, let's go get those houses up. Or start being built. Hello, Farmer Group. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Thursday. I almost said Wednesday there, but it's Thursday. And Patrick, welcome as well. Let me go, because the other one wants less stuff. And I don't want to just drive on through, because it'll take everything, and I don't want it to take everything. We just want it, give it what it needs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yes. Mambo number 5. Not quite this old house because they're new. What the heck was that guy's name? It was Bob. Bob something. Alright, so they all went in. Alright, that's good. Houses are up. Being built. Bob Vila. That's it. I had a lot of Bob names going through my head, but I knew they weren't correct when I was thinking in my head. Never is correct what I'm thinking in my head anyways. Wait, let's go... Yeah, let's go sell the stuff at the sawmill. Because I don't need it for the houses currently. The houses are in the stages that they're in. So we'll go sell stuff from the sawmill, get some money on in. And if I'm going to do that, let me also go up to the vegetable production. We'll sell some of that stuff. And yeah, I think... I was kind of thinking about doing like peas and green beans here, but I don't know. I know, it just seems kind of weird to think that the DLC, which, like I said, we're going to have a look at the video in just a little while. It's not much of a video, but... Oh, yeah, again, I just got to double check to make sure that it got released today before I post it or show it off. About the Highland DLC that comes out on November 4th, which seems like it's far off, but it's like 4 weeks, 5 weeks from now. So we're making ketchup, canned corn, chili sauce, and chili tomato salad. Boy, when's the last time I sold this stuff? Okay, I was not expecting a full trailer's worth. Well, this should be a pretty good payday right here. Then along with the sawmill stuff, I wonder how much more I got in the vegetable production. I did check, I think in last stream. I think currently with the enhanced loan system, the farm is still not worth enough where I can take out a second loan. My first loan is, I guess that's way too much. The bank is like, dude, you owe us just under 2 mil, and you want to borrow more money? Don't need to. I'm just curious if I could. Let's see, 92 grand right there. That's pretty good. Been a moment since you've been to the farm? Yeah, last Tuesday. I think I can sneak out this way. Can I grab the rest of these? I think we should be able to. There we go. Well, so what do we got here? We got 5,000 long planks, 19,000 planks, and 6,000 wood beams. Just being careful, don't want to tip anything over. 59,000 right there, not too bad. Let me just check while I'm down here. Do I need... no, that was the right one. The sawmill, okay, that's looking good. I got plenty of empty pallets. The vegetable factory, what do I got in there? 10... just chili sauce. I got organic waste that's starting to pile up. And pig food. Organic waste. Well, I mean, that's not really doing me a whole lot, is it? Pig food. Pig food is selling pretty good. I think we go sell the pig food. Then I'll throw like $250,000 at the bank. How about that? Is my worker still going in that field, spreading some lime? Looks pretty good from here, at least. Oh yeah, my horses. We may have a set of horses I may need to move over here soon. Let's drop that off there. Well, I went to start today with harvest, and that's as far as we got before the rain showed up. Right, into our Mercedes. Nope, they're still going here. All right. Mercedes. How's the loan looking? Well, last I checked, it was like just under 2 mil. But I think we're going to start focusing on taking care of the loan. The reason why I want to do that is, I know it's still 5 weeks off, but the Highland DLC comes out in about 5 weeks. And I'm going to be playing on that map. So, yeah, I think New Hope will end when I start playing on the Highland. Kingley? I think it's called Kingley. Kinley. Something like that. I saw the video a couple days ago, and I thought, well, that's why we'll stream Farm Sim today. And I'll show up the video. Maybe we can just... there's not that much in the video, I think, that gives anything away that we kind of don't already know about it. But there was one thing that kind of I heard. And I was like, I wonder. Yeah, I think I'll throw $250,000 at the bank, and that'll leave me with $25,000 to play with. The eggs, we were just down there when we grabbed the Deutz. There's not. I cleared out the eggs in the morning at least. Must be in last stream. There's only like a pallet there, so. Not a whole lot to be worried about. The organic waste is getting kind of full, so I think we'll fill up the organic waste and we'll go sell that. It's not really worth anything. I just need to sell it so it doesn't stop the vegetable production from keep on going. And since it's still raining, I can't really do a whole lot. Organic waste. While that's filling up, I just want to check. Let's see here. When was that? Is today the 25th? Yes, today is the 25th. Let's see. No embargo, 25th of September. 8 a.m.'s my time. All right, so I should be able to show that video. I'm pretty sure they posted it. I just want to make sure I wasn't breaking any embargoes there. All right, let's go back to here. Let's go sell the organic waste. Yeah, I was going to play the video when the embargo lifted, and I was like, well, I'd rather stream it. We'll show the video, and that way if you have any questions or maybe you guys might notice something in the video. As we know, Giants does like every once in a while not tell us everything, and they'll focus on something in the video, but in the background it's like an Easter egg that we have, you know, we got to find out on our own. Again, the Highland DLC is part of the Season 1 pass. So if you have the Season 1 pass, you'll get the DLC November 4th. But yeah, if you don't have the Season 1 pass or the DLC for the Highland, you should be able to find the link in the description below. That'll take you to where you can go get it if you like. Although, I gave away enough keys in the past month. I would assume all of you have probably the DLC at this point. Maybe not, but maybe I thought you would. Alright, organic waste is sold. So the vegetable production should keep on rolling, no problem. Yeah, it's hard to believe it's the 25th of September. So that means next week is October. I mean, this is my favorite time of the year. I love fall or autumn. My favorite time of the year. I just don't like what follows after that. I also don't like it getting dark as early as it is now. Been throwing me off lately. Start walking around the house and it's like, yeah, it's dark out. Oh, it must be like 9:30. No, it's 7:45. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and park this here. So the Deutz is done. I guess since it's still, how long is it going to rain for? Well, it'll be done raining by 1 o'clock. Alright, we'll grab the Fent. I mean, probably not the best thing, but we're going to go and bale up the straw in the field behind us. Although someone put a bucket in front of the baler. I think I'll put the bucket over here because I use the baler more than I use the tedder for hay. Let's see, what do we got in here? I got nothing in the baler, so it should be good to go. And the straw, we will just sell the straw. I don't need it for anything. Yeah, fall is up here in New England because we got a lot of different type of trees. So we get a variety of colors when they do change. So, I mean, the thing is though, since I've lived here my entire life, when fall comes, I appreciate it, but I don't appreciate it as much as someone from out of state. Well, I say out of state, but say someone like from way down south that they don't get to see it, so they're just in awe when they come up here and they see all the colors in life. Hello, Nesco. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Thursday. But I mean, if you lived in New York as a kid, then you pretty much know roughly what the colors look like up here. Well, I mean, New York is a big area. There's New York is broken up into what, like 4 sections? You got, when people say New York, they usually mean like southern New York, like New York City, maybe south of Albany. I would say that they would call that New York. Then there's upstate New York, western New York, and then central New York. Some will even break it down to the Finger Lakes. So like always on this farm, I don't think we'll be doing any fall planting. Everything will be done this spring, so it's just pretty much harvest and get the fields prepped for next year. I think my goal for today is just get the harvesting done if we can. What's my opinion about the Season 1 Pass content? I mean, if you're asking my opinion, I mean, I like it. As a whole, for what you got, and you're going to get yourself a map to play on, and plus you'll get yourself the fishing part of it. But that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, we're going to have a look here very soon of the video. I assume it was released today on Giant's YouTube channel, but we'll have a look at the video ourselves. Doesn't show off a whole lot, but it'll give you a rough idea of what's going on. Again, with the DLC, in about a month's time, we're going to get the fishing, and also onions will be a crop type. Although onions have been a crop type as a mod for at least going back to like FS19, but it'll be part of the, well, I don't want to say base game, it'll be part of the DLC. I'm pretty sure though, if you don't get like the Season 1 pass, when the next version of Farming Simulator comes out, just say FS28, onions will be part of the base game. Kind of like the red beets, parsnips, and carrots are now. They were part of the DLC in FS22, but now they're part of the base game. But with the Season 1 pass, you'll get like the Mercedes DLC that just came out a few weeks ago. You get the Plains and Prairie pack, which will give you the Ford and Versatile tractors with a few other things. All I ever say is, you know, my opinion doesn't mean a whole lot when it comes to your gameplay. It's going to come down to what, you know, is it worth it to you to have? All I can do is pretty much show off what it has and then go from there for yourself. Alright, turn that off and detach from that. We'll get this back on the grain trailer. Let me have a look at the stock market page to see if there's anything else I should be selling today. Well, I mean, carton rolls I could sell, but it's not worth a whole lot. Paper rolls, okay. Empty pallets are worth quite a bit. I think we're good. So, yes, the bank. I owe $1,867,559, but just to show off, take out a loan. It says max amount I can draw is 0, so I still can't do anything about that. But what we can do is special redemption, and we can pay off, I think I said $250,000. Make special payment. There we go. So now I owe $1,717,000. And if I want to take out a loan, I still couldn't. So you're saying my farm is not worth $2.5 million? That seems kind of odd. Does seem kind of odd to me. Let me grab the Deutz, and we'll get that ready to just put lime on the next field. Didn't like much Season 1 and 22, so you pass. This one is not too bad, you think. Yeah, like I said, it all comes down to personal preference. I know a lot of people didn't like the Season 1 pass in 22. Was Silver Run part of that season pass? I know a lot of people didn't like that map because it was kind of a forestry map. And I understand that part. But I liked it because it was something different. Some people may not like the Highland DLC because it's... I'm not going to say it's focused on fishing, but it is going to be part of it. Wait, I only paid $150. Yeah, I did. I'll pay... Wait, let me see how much I got. I'll pay off another 100. What the heck was that? What the heck did I do there? Oh, I can't do... You only can do one a month, I guess. Because I can't do another one. Alright, well... That's alright. Who knows, that may work in my benefit. Because something may come up... Oh, sale page. Did I look at the sale page? A baler and part of the Next Act pack. Yeah, the Next Act pack is something... the Season 1 pass I have not used at all. I just don't see... I mean, I may use it at some point. I just don't see where I would like to really use it. Well, I can dodge the straw bales. I just did that on the Shamburgo series. So I'm going to have to do it here as well. Ah, so we can't quite go over the square bales with the spreader. So that's interesting. You only can make one special redemption payment per month, I guess. Now, it's not going to reduce our loan payment at midnight, but it will reduce the amount of payments I have left to do on it. Don't think spreading lime in the rain is something you want to be doing either, but it's Farming Simulator, so it's all good. Boy, this field needed a lot of lime. Feels actually good to get back on this map, though. Taking I guess about a 10-day break. Did pretty good for me on this map. Yeah, because on Monday and Tuesday we streamed Deconstruction Sim, which I did play a little bit yesterday. I figured I'd get some off-camera work done on that series. I did unlock Tier 3 on Deconstruction Simulator. The tiers in this Deconstruction Simulator, I don't see where they actually do anything. Other than it allows you to take on different contracts, which seem to pay the same amount. You can change different payment options in the settings. And hello, Branding. Hope you've been well. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. There's toxic waste on the washout map as well. I did a little prep work on Roadcraft yesterday as well. Yeah, I may not stream on Wednesdays, but I'm sitting right here at the PC taking care of some stuff. Yeah, I figured there was some toxic waste on washout as well. I think we saw a job that I may have to do already that is about toxic waste. I'm not too sure. Lime goes right through the straw bales. Well, this is a job I won't have to do later on, I guess. So yeah, I think the New Hope series will end that in about a month's time when the new map comes out. So that's why I think get the loan paid off, because that's priority number one on all my series. Make sure I don't owe any money when I leave. with the vegetable production going and all the other productions going, I could easily just put a lot of stuff on selling and we can pay off the rest of that loan pretty quick. So I'm not really worried about not being able to get it paid off in time. Well, it looks like it's been a while since I put lime on these fields for as much as they need. And also, I think tomorrow starts, if you're interested in what else the DLC brings, I think tomorrow starts the Fact Sheet Friday for the Highland DLC. Some JCB tractors. Is it a tractor or tractors? Become part of the DLC. I think it's one of the 1980 JCB tractors that's part of it. And of course, everything that has to do with onions will be part of the Fact Sheet Fridays. And, well, I do got a little spot right here. Let's go ahead and get that. Now, I do have the realistic spreading still turned on for precision farming, meaning the further from the edges, or further from the center that you get, so like the edges, they don't get as much lime spread on it as the center does. Same thing for fertilizer. So that's why we get the variation of, if we walk in the field here, see, it only says good here for lime because that was the outer edge, but as I get towards the center where the line was, well, somewhere, it'll say perfect. But we'll get a better idea by looking here. And pH value is looking pretty good. Soil may need to be updated next year, so we'll have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and have a look at the release of the video today. Let's see here. I need to do this. And, oh, wait a minute. I also need to change. That way you guys have audio for it. That'd be good for you, wouldn't it? Should be that one right there. Alright, so this is the video that hopefully got released today, but embargo says is today, so.
Rated E for everyone.
Well, this town. Aye, it's something. Just not sure what. I'm afraid to ask. More farmers than sailors here. No one knows a net from a napkin, or how to tie a knot that won't undo itself out of shame. Suspicious, that. Can't swim, won't sail, but I'll build a cafe shaped like a lighthouse to feel nautical. Maybe you'll change that. Show 'em how to fish. There's plenty of water here. A river leads into the sea. Real crowd pleaser. And mind those hairy beasts, would you? The cattle, not the farmers, mostly. If fishing's not your fate, there's solid ground to plough, fertilise or roll around on, laughing like a loony, or whatever it is you farming folk do for fun. Go play with them big machines if you fancy. There's plenty tucked away out here too. Old paths, old stones, some standing like they still got pride. Others could use a wee redo. And I say redo with all the generosity of a man trying not to call it a pile of rubble. Welcome to Kinlake, pal.
So again, this DLC comes out on the 4th of November. You can see a pre-order there. Again, there should be a link in the description if you want to have a look at it. But a couple of things I just want to go over in the video itself. Where did he touch on? One thing I did notice, see if I can find it here. Where was it? Because it reminds me of Penye a little bit. It looks like the same bridge, honestly, and the way it goes over. Where was it? Oh, right here. This bridge right here reminds me of Penye a little bit. I'm not sure if it's the same bridge, but it has a look and it definitely has a look and feel of that bridge over there. They did say, like with the fishing, there's plenty of water. So I don't know how much of the map is going to be water and streams. What did he actually say?
Change that. Show 'em how to fish. There's plenty of water here.
Yeah, it just says there's plenty of water here. So, I mean, I guess that's the harbor. We got streams. But, I mean, it looks like there's pretty good amount of farmland there. But, boy, if you just showed me that picture, and it's been a while since I've been on Penye, I would think that was Penye there for a second. Some other things that we also know about, of course, I think they did show some, well, they didn't really show the onions too well. This right here, I'm trying to remember what this is. So this would be one of the new productions for the fishing. I forgot what it was, though. Is it fish food? That might be where you make the fish food. You will have to do, kind of like what we did on Dark Forest, where you got to grow the fish to a certain weight or whatever it is, and then you deliver them to the sea, and then you can fish them. Yeah, not sure what that building is. This may have something to do... Oh, this might be where you package the onions. So you can see some JCB equipment there. You can see the wheel loader. You can see a JCB there. I mean, we saw JCBs throughout. This right here, I am wondering... Because if you listen to what he says, not this right here, but the next building... I think when it says it may need a little bit of redo, I wonder if it's a constructible.
Pride. Others could use a wee redo. And I say redo with all the generosity of a man trying not to call it a pile of rubble.
So I think maybe this building here will have to rebuild. And I would guess that it's going to require stone. Oh, stone production and quarry. Yeah, so that's what it could be. So, may have to deliver stone up here to rebuild this, I guess, old castle on the hill. So it may be a production, or not a production, but a construction project that we have to do.
Redo with all the generosity of a man trying not to call it a pile of rubble. Welcome to Kinlake, pal.
Just have like a Christmas feel to it when I see something like that. Yeah, so where was the onions were like early on, but you can see that's one of the JCBs that'll be part of the DLC. Trying to see if we actually get a good look at the map itself to see how much of it is going to be water. I think it might be something like Houghton Pentai with a harbor kind of a thing. So it may take up like a quarter of the map probably. I think this is going to be the foliage of the onions. That'd be my guess. Can't really see too much off there in the distance other than maybe a church. You can see a lighthouse. Boy, what map that was out in 17 that reminds me of? Spectacle Island? Is that the name of it? So you can see a lot of water throughout here. Although this could be the edge of the map for all I know. And then you can see here when they're pulling into, well, there's the fish. And we got a fish market. But yeah, you should be able to drive the boat. You can see Lizard is the brand name of the boat. And you will be able to operate the cranes to load up the fish. So you're going to have like a quote-unquote greenhouse for the young fish. Then you have to load the fish onto this boat. And then you deliver them to the production out in the water. Which I don't think they really showed here, but it's kind of... I don't know if we can really see it too well. Not really, but you're going to see like a fishnet circle-y thing out in the water where you got to deliver the fish to. Hello, TK Collins. Welcome. And happy birthday to you as well. But yeah, that does remind me of Peña. But the fields, I mean, it looks like there's plenty of fields here. And the fields look like they're decent size. It's flat in some areas, so it's not too hilly. But there's a JCB, and it looks like they're doing the onions, taking the crop off the foliage off the onions, and then harvesting it and then putting it into it's not, well, I guess I would call it a swath, but a crop swath. You can see the old buildings there. I mean, that's a pretty decent sized field right there. We don't see a whole lot of water. So that's going to be a stone quarry. Sunflower farms, maybe. So it looks like there is some forest area if you want to do a little forestry on the map. Yeah, but I think we might be delivering stone up here to rebuild because he says that may needs a little bit of a redo. And again, you can pre-order this. It comes out on November 4th. I think you do get a pre-order discount if you like it. Like I said, link in the description below if you want to have a look at it. But yeah. That was a video that came out today, so if you want more looking into it, you can check out the video on Farming Simulator's YouTube channel. I'm sure that's where it was posted. Let's get back into Farming Simulator itself, though. Hopefully I'm switching everything over where it needs to be. All right. Game audio is back. All right, and it's still raining. All right, we'll fast forward time. Is it 1 o'clock it's going to stop raining so I can get back to harvesting? Yes, 1 o'clock, the rain, well, forecast it says it stopped, but... There we go. The rain has stopped. Alright, let's harvest this rye. Oh yeah, off in the distance, yep, you can see all that poppy. It's in bloom. That's what all that red is. The old JCB Tractora were 140 horse, 40 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure when the Fact Sheet Friday started on the Highland, but I know I already got the data for what they're releasing tomorrow. So I don't know if they released a Fact Sheet Friday last Friday or not on it. I know there's going to be one for tomorrow. Go into the game settings, go down to the loan setting. You can change the percentage of farmland vehicle mortgage debt. I like to keep it as base, but I mean, I'll show it so other people, because I haven't looked at that since I did it when I got it. Is it under game settings? Max farmland debt is 60%. Vehicle is 50. I also I think it showed how much I can pay off extra per year, and maybe when I typed in 250, that was too much. That's why maybe only took 150. I may change that. So the rye, we are just harvesting, storing it, and selling it whenever the best price comes along. Rye does this no good. Well, I shouldn't say does us no good. We do make some money off of it, but just as a raw crop. So yeah, again, we're going to end the New Hope series when the Highland DLC comes out. And I think when the DLC comes out, I'm not going to worry too much about starting from scratch or whatever. I may just borrow a whole bunch of money and we'll get right into the fishing and all that so we can show it off and get into the new stuff. But again, we still got a month to go before we get there. While that's filling up, let me check on the animals. So, yep, the chickens are good on food for a while. Horses. Yes, we are going to be moving those horses. They're almost 2 months off, so in November they'll have offspring. So I need to move them. Probably should do it this month because October is going to be busy for harvesting, and I'll probably get so tied up and may forget. So I'll move them. After we get done harvesting, we'll move those horses over. Do they have food in that pen? They do. Not a whole lot, but they got food. Big swath I left there. Can we get up and over it? Traction wise, what matters there? What we got over? Yeah, I really didn't see anything else in that video that showed off any secrets. Other than, like, I'm just, you know, maybe it's been already mentioned. I don't watch all the videos that Giants put out. But I'm wondering if that stone castle is something that we're going to have to build. Or is an option to build. Because in 22 Silver Run, we had the roller coaster, which was the start of Constructables. And of course now we know we got farmhouses and sheds that we can build in 25. And of course you had the temple on Hooten Pentai, you had the pirate ship and the grain elevator on Riverbend Springs to build. So it would just be kind of odd to show that rubble of a castle and he did say redo. They could use a redo. So the thing is, if they want stones, they're either you're gonna have field stones in your fields, or you got to buy the debris crusher to get yourself stones to begin with. And honestly, you don't get that many. You don't get that many stones off of a field, so I think a debris crusher is going to be the way to go. And it's not that expensive to get a debris crusher. They like the leash mod to where if you want to move animals from one husband to another without a trailer, 2 animals at a time, I think. I haven't seen the leash one. I know of, isn't like a walking cane? I think there's a walking cane one. I think I know of the leash mod, or saw it. So this field here too probably needs lime. I assume it's in sync with the other field that we put lime in just a second ago. So when I get to October, if I can't pay more off on the loan, I'll have to change that setting to where I can pay more off on the base loan. I don't remember that being a part of the mod in FS22. I think in FS22 I was always just throwing money at it whenever I had it. Again, so what did that setting say? Maximum special repayment per year. Special repayments for annuity loans are only possible up to a certain percentage per year. Why not just bump it up to half? So if I did that already reset? No. Well, we'll figure it out. I may need to go to another month for that to kick in. There's a pack of tools I like to have, but they're on a third-party website, but I'm scared to download. Well, the thing is, what you can do is, I don't say it depends on the site. Any third-party website, you always have to be careful. Because most third-party websites, I shouldn't say most, I'm not going to come out and say all of them, don't check the mod files to see what's in there. Now what you can do is check to see who the author is. So if it's a modder that you know when they download it to a third-party website, then that's fine. Yeah, I don't like downloading from third-party websites either anymore. I used to, well, I was used to it because when I started playing Farming Simulator, we didn't have a mod hub. All the mods you got were on third-party websites. I think I can get the rest of this field into the combine. Hello, Bob. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Thursday so far. Appreciate you dropping on in. Well, looks like I'm not going to have any row of shame on this field this year. Not doing too bad, Bob. Thanks for asking. I am hungry, though. I got up later than usual for myself. I think I woke up maybe a half hour before the stream started, so I did not get a chance to even have any type of a snack before the stream. Maybe I'll bail this now. Because that way the Deutz can come in here and put lime down. Yeah, not good for not eating. You know what? I actually slept good last night, so I'd rather have a good night's sleep and just be hungry for a little while than have a terrible night's sleep and had a snack this morning. For the past 2 weeks, I have not slept that well. And I think last night was my night my body finally said, all right, tonight we're sleeping. And I slept. Some modders have their own websites. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If you know, Brandy, like who made the tool mod, it might be on their Facebook page, but still. Hopefully it's a known modder that did it. But hello, Wheelchair Gaming. Hope you have a good Thursday, and you're planting cotton. Cotton is something I have not planted since... Was it Riverview or Riverbend Springs? Must have been Riverbend Springs. I don't think I did cotton on Riverview. Alright, let's go package this straw over here. Won't take me too long. And then we'll get these horses moved over after. Well, King's Mods is supposed to be one of the reputable third-party sites. But yeah, they don't check the files either. I've gotten to the point of, for the most part, if it's not on Mod Hub, I don't really bother too much. Unless I know the mod author and it's legit. So sometimes I'll get mods from the GitHub. Because, you know, that's the beta version before it comes out on Mod Hub. And sometimes I get mods directly from the modder themselves. I know Farmer G has offered some mods before they get released on Mod Hub to me once in a while, which is generous of them. The only problem I have of getting my hands on mods before they come out to Mod Hub sometimes, or get released to the public, I'm getting asked a lot, like, where can I get that mod? It's like, yeah, I'd just rather not always be answering the question of the mod's not out yet, yada yada, but sometimes mods are so good you just can't wait to get your hands on them. Making clothes, it's a good sell price. Are you using a Wheelchair Gaming, are you using a modded clothing production? Because if you're using just the base game way of making clothes, so you bring the cotton to make fabric and then fabric into clothing, making fabric into clothing is really not as profitable as you think. Actually, you're probably just making the same amount of money if you just made fabric alone. If you're using a modded production building like Grandma's Knitwear, like I did on Dark Forest, then yeah, it's worth it. But making fabric into clothing, unless you're using a different recipe, you're not actually making anything on it. It looks good price-wise, but hello, Nate. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Thursday. I mean, for the most part, most third-party websites and what you're downloading is fine. It just comes to the question of, is it their mod that they're uploading? So that's the one thing I look for first. Make sure it's their mod that, you know, they're uploading it, because if you're downloading a mod from a third-party website, and because it doesn't take much just to grab a zip file and upload it to a third-party website, claim it as your own, and of course they get paid. You're not paying them, but they get paid for the advertisements on the web page and all that kind of stuff, because you're visiting there and downloading from there. Yeah, that kind of sucks because they're earning money for something they didn't do. I think that's all the straw I'm getting, so we're going to put the baler away. I'm sure the straw price is probably crap right now, being harvest season. You can still see I got stacks of straw over there, so I don't need to keep any more. What is the price of straw today? Let's see here. Straw is 39 out of 49, 22, 28. So, I mean, it's not too much. So I guess I could just pick up the straw, sell it, and just get it out of here. But let's move some horses over. So when November comes and they have their offspring, we have a place for the offspring. Well, if it has that many downloads, Branding, and you know, look at the comments that are left on it. If no one's saying anything like, oh, there's something suspicious about the file or whatever, I would say it's probably fine. That's kind of what I do when I got a download from a third-party website. I'll see how many times it's been downloaded, try to see if it's the original author, and then check the comments just to make sure, you know, they're not saying, oh, well, that's, you know, there's something questionable about that, you know. Move to trailer. 1, 2, well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, they're good. All right, these need to go over here. And then, yeah, unload. Too many horses are not inside the barns. Bring them back first. What? Wait, why are you guys out there? Man. They're not unloading into the pen. No. Whoop. Are you close enough if I were to get in there? Are you going to go back into the pen? All right. Am I going to be able to get on this horse? This could be a problem. That horse may be stuck. I had this problem before when I sold... Oh, good. The horse teleported out of... Is that horse actually in that stable? Alright, are you in that stable? Yes. Buck, kind of an odd name for a horse that's going to have offspring, but you are in that stable. Select. Unload animal. Let me just make sure. All right, well, select. I mean, because I was maybe spamming it too fast. I hope these are going in. Last time I had this happen was actually down at the store. Why are you not going in? All right, let me just try. I don't think this works. Or does it? Because now it's showing in that state. Could I have just ridden these horses over? It's only showing 3 horses in here. Oh, man. Okay. Well, running a horse farm. Not all it's cracked up to be. So do they show in this one? If I can get the trailer and the trigger, that'd be good. Alright, so you're back in here. Move the trailer. See, there it says move to husbandry. Better make sure it says move to husbandry when I back this up. Move to husbandry. Okay. I think before it just said unload. Okay. I think I may have been on the wrong trigger before. So do I have... I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 2 horses that are not where they belong, and I don't know which ones they are. Lindsay, Strider, Verona, Jasmine, Rascal, Buck. Strider, Lindsay, Buck, Jasmine, Chestnut. I think Chestnut is not on the list. No, so Chestnut needs to... Chestnut needs to go back to his original stable, because he's technically roaming right now. Horse Umbra is back in the stable. What? Wasn't I just on Chestnut? But that says Umbra. I have no idea what's going on with my horses. Here are you. Poncho. I don't think Poncho is a horse over here. No. Is it going to say Poncho's back in the stable? That one says Poncho. The heck is going on with my horses? Well, I'm glad I'm doing it this month rather than in October with all the harvesting I want to get done. Alright, so there's Poncho. Move the trailer. Yes. And Umbra. Wait, is Umbra... Okay, Umbra... Okay, I was looking... You know what I did? I think I looked at the breed of horse, which is Chestnut, and the name was Umbra. Because, you know, I'm a moron, and I didn't read it correctly. Alright, select, move to husbandry, yes. That's what we want, select. Move to husbandry, yes. Alright, so we go in here, we should have 8 horses in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hooray! I finally did it correctly. You haven't done horses for years? Well, if you get yourself the mod that increases the value of the horses, they are... I'm not going to say they're worth it. You make a profit. Are they worth it to you? That's up to you to say. Alright. I think we can go on to October. Did I check my greenhouses? Are they... How are they doing on water and such right now? Yeah, they're okay for now. This needs to go back on our chaser bin. Oh yeah, better make sure that we got water for the vegetable production. I better make sure I got water, period. Look out, deer. Get out of my way. Or else we'll be having venison for dinner. So may as well top off the greenhouse since I already got the water tanker on the back. Can anyone tell you if you need a new wheel for ATS and Farming Simulator? Well, I mean, if you got a wheel already and it works, I'm not sure... I mean, if you don't have a wheel at all and you're asking, do we recommend a wheel? I'd recommend having a wheel, yes. If you got a wheel and it works, you don't need a new wheel, I guess. The wheel I'm using I've had for 11 years. So, and it still works fine on the games. And of course, nowadays there are so many wheel options out there. It's one of those things where you got to do a little bit of shopping yourself to see what you would prefer. I haven't had a shop for wheel. Like I said, I've had this one over 11 years. I have not looked at wheels since I bought this one. So one of these greenhouses is making just lettuce. Another one's making tomatoes, and the other one's doing chili peppers. Alright, and this is going to go in here. Alright, I'm actually going to go back into settings again on the enhanced loan system. And I'm going to change that to... I assume 50 means 50%. Can I pay off 100%? I can. So I'm going to leave it at 100%, so I can pay off the max loan if I want to. This is the thing in real life, by the way. There are some banks that don't want you to pay off as fast as you can because they want to make money off the interest of the loan. So they don't want you to borrow money and pay back too quickly because then it's not worth it to them. So I'm just going to put that at 100%. Yeah, so I think we're all set to move on to another month. Yeah, I think I'm all set. So yeah, I can't make another... Hopefully when I go to bed and wake up, the setting will reset. If it doesn't, I'll save the game, exit, load it back in, and that should do it if I can't pay off on the loan. Sale page, things are disappearing, so we're fine, I guess. Nothing there that we want. Yeah, October. So corn, sunflower, and poppy are on the list of things to harvest. Okay, first thing... Let's go visit the chickens. Remove the eggs over here. Oh, wrong button. Let me check the sale page. Nothing in the sale page that I want. And can I... Special redemptions? I cannot. Alright, let me try saving the game. I'll reload it and see if that resets it. Because sometimes we do settings. Some of them require you to save, exit the game, reload. Hopefully that does it. If I do have to wait for the new year, I mean, we're in October. January is not too far. I can just stockpile money. Where are we at? Spawning at the houses that we're building. While I'm up here, you require bricks, one set of bricks. I got too much furniture in this house, apparently. That sucks. Bricks, planks, and long planks. And this one down here is going to require a whole bunch of stuff. All right, I'm not going to remember all that. Special redemption. No, I still can't. So I may have to wait for the new year. I mean, all right. Not the worst thing. Let's grab the Lexian. What time? I see rain in the forecast. Not until 2 o'clock-ish in the afternoon. Just trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think I'll put the corn sunflower header on the Lexian and start harvesting some corn. And then I'll put the John Deere in the poppy field because that can hold more poppy. So this header here, I'm just going to put right out here for now. Oh, there's a setting for multiple payments per year? See, that's what you get when you get used to a mod in, like I did in FS22, and things change a little bit. That should be sunflowers there. Yeah, the reason why I want to do corn first is because vegetables. Do I got corn still in here? I do, but not a whole lot. Alright. Let's get Frank busy over here. Field work. 12 meter. I'm actually going to go 11.9 actually. 2 headlands, 7%. Yes, because the corners are going to be terrible. Get them started and roll with it. All right, Francesca. Francesca is the one that's going to be harvesting that field for us. John Deere. Now that, I mean, I could use that header. The headers are the same, but this one's color coordinated for the John Deere. Uh-oh. Alright, we're fine. We'll get out of here, I think. There we go. Unfold the combine. And the poppy. So the poppy, this field here, when I sell it next March, that should be $250,000 worth of poppy. So 2 headlands would be good. Yeah, that's all looking fine. A little bit of overlap is fine. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of unloading today. Hour and a half, it's going to say. Hour and 7 minutes. Oh, because I think the previous year was a sunflower. Maybe it was some. I don't remember what I had last year. Here. Let's see here. What do I want next? You. You are going to go over to the poppy field. And then the Deutz is going to grab the other trailer. That's going to go over to the cornfield. And then I'm going to use the Mercedes to sell the vegetable stuff and also get stuff up to the houses. At least that's the plan. Somewhere in here ought to be good. I'll leave the engine running because, what the heck, it's only diesel. Someone needs to be unloaded. Problem is, I'm not sure which one. Well, it's not the John Deere. That one's still roaming up and down the fields. Alright, Klaus. Where art thou? The corn where I live is starting to look exactly like this. At least half the fields, half the field kind of looks like that. So I'm going to put as much corn as I can into the vegetable production. And then the rest of the corn will go into the silo where the corn dryers will turn it into dry corn. Well, look at that. I parked the Fendt. It's like I kind of know my fields a little bit. I parked the Fendt almost right where it needs to be. While that's unloading, I need to go into settings and look at the enhanced loan. Maximum special repayment per year. Multiple special... Okay, so it just says no or yes, and I just missed it. This can be set to whether or not multiple special repayments per year are permitted. Yes. Oh. Kind of forgot. I'm not in the combine. I'm in the tractor. I'm like, we got more to unload. Nope, that's what I'm hauling. All right, so now if I were to go in here, yada yada, special repayments, there we go. That's why I have you guys watch me play, because I'm a moron and don't pay attention to a lot of things that are right in front of me. All right, let's go sell some stuff. All right, so we got 6,000 liters of canned corn, 16,000 liters of ketchup, 18,000 liters of chili sauce, and 10,000 liters of chili tomato salad. And we'll throw some more money at the bank. Now, I do have material down here I could sell. I could keep shoving some lumber into like the paper mill and the furniture factory and just make a whole bunch of products and start selling that. But I think we're going to be doing just fine what we're doing. And have that loan paid off in the next month. And let me come over to the sawmill first. And we'll check on the houses to see what they need. And hopefully I can... someone needs to be unloaded. They're going to wait just a second here. This house requires 2 planks and 2 long planks. I'm doing just the sawmill stuff first. 4 wood beams. 2, 2, 4. Well, I don't have enough wood beams, but it's a start. And then 2 of these as well. And then 2 of those. And for the cement, did this need any cement? 1 brick. 7 brick, 2 bags. 7 bricks, 2 bags. 7 bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I say 6 or 7? I forgot now. 2 bags, I know that much. I think I need to turn off roof tiles. I think I got enough roof tiles again. I mean, it's nice to have roof tiles, but I don't think we need that many. Cement, roof plates, deactivate. And both combines need to be unloaded. And while I'm down here, also got to bring the stone from the debris crusher. Got to turn that back on. Because I exited the game trying to reset some settings. Alright, let's unload my combines because don't want to keep them waiting too long. Should be almost across the field. Yep, right over there. So the poppy we just store. Again, the corn's going to go into the vegetable. And the sunflower we just store and sell as a raw crop. And also today as well, I don't think it's happened since the patch came out a couple weeks ago. I haven't had the bug yet to where the crop is not showing into the combine. At least not yet. You're right behind me. I'm going to need to turn around though because the combine is going to, when it starts to unload, because we're not on the first headland, we're on the second one, they're going to keep on going. Unload on the go. But when it gets down to the corner, it should stop. I think it'll stop. Or is it because it's a headland, it might keep on going? Nope. It's fine. We're all good. Alright, back into the Mercedes. Scratch our new Mercedes on the telephone pole. And get stuck on it. All right, FS Farmer, we'll catch you later. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and appreciate you stopping on in for a bit. All right, so we'll deliver to this house first because, well, it's right here. And then the other one I can just drive right on through. All right, so this one, again, this one wants the wood beams. I don't have everything it requires, but there's 2 of them. And then it wants the 2 bags. And then 6 bricks. I think I brought up 7. Three, 4. I think I'm just going to put the... no, I'm not going to put the other one in. Maybe it did need another set of bricks over there. Yeah, so now my priority on this series is pay off the loan and then go from there, and we'll see what we got, how much time we got left on the map. Did it require some bricks? Ah, it did, so it was 7. Alright, we'll leave that here. Who needs to be unloaded? I think the John Deere does. Yeah, so I'll see exactly what other productions are doing. I know I got some paper I could sell and carton rolls I can sell also. I hope I don't get in my worker's way here. I think there was a mod in FS22, and it may be out in 25. I didn't use it, but it was an interesting one. To where when you're unloading like this on the go, the mod would be in sync with the combine. Yeah, so the combine technically is unloaded. So I'm actually to go and dump this off in the silo. That's when you get the message that the other combine needs to be unloaded. And this is where I said before, without some mods running, like I could have course play empty out into a trailer. I could set that all up, but I just like personally myself doing it manually. But the problem with that is when you got 2 harvesters going, it seems like you're always unloading one and the other. Then you're trying to go unload a trailer. Keeps you busy. And I don't think I ever want to run 3 combines, but I think I have done that before. Okay, so while this is unloading here, I'm pretty sure this trailer would need to be unloaded as well after we unload the Lexion. I may have a hard time keeping up with the combine going uphill. Well, looks like the combine's struggling a bit going uphill as well, so... It all works out. I got the pedal to the floor. This is fast as Deutz wants to go uphill with that much prop behind it. Hello, David. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day and appreciate you stopping on in. Alright, so the combine's empty. Trailer is just about full. Yeah, so what I could do if when I get the loan paid off and we start getting some more money in, I could trade in some of our tractors for new ones. The Deutz, we did buy brand new on day one. So the 38 hours on this tractor is what we put onto it. The 942 Fendt, I bought that used. The Big Roy, bought that used. The John Deere Combine, bought that used. So I could do some upgrades. There's Sam. So while that's unloading, we'll give Sam a pet. And maybe I'll go feed him as well. And then we'll grab the Fendt and go unload the Poppy because that's going to be ready. John Deere should be coming around that corner soon, I would think. There it is. If I can get to it before it stops, that's going to be even better. And didn't quite get there. So, if it goes well, I think the Lexion might get both the corn and sunflower field done before this is done with this field. So if it does, which we had the last 2 seasons, we'll come over here with Lexion afterwards and help out the John Deere finish off the rest of this poppy field. But, yeah, we got the corn still and the sunflower still to do. Just try to empty out as much as I can as I harvest. Alright, now it's done the 2 headlands, so that should start just going up and down the field. All right, so I'm actually to go into the loan and again pay some more off. I think I'm going to do 175,000. So yeah, we were at like at 1.8. Now we're down to 1.529. All right, so the question is, boy, I still can't take out a second loan. Is there another setting there? Is there a setting for multiple loans? Maybe that's a thing. So special payments per year, that's on. Max farmland debt, vehicle debt, maximum loan duration, current loan interest rate, dynamic loan. So basically I want different interest rates. So this is different per month when you take out a loan. So yeah, it's just a matter of the farm is not worth enough to take out a second loan, which... I guess my farm ain't worth crap, is basically what the game's telling me. You need to be unloaded. I'm assuming that's the corn harvester. So that leaves me with 16,000, but that's enough for the workers and everything that we need to do today, so we should be good. Guess this goes to show, even though the amount of money I put into the farm, it's not worth... I would say the farm would need to be worth 3.5 mil to be able to take out another loan right now, and that the farm's not worth that much. Which is weird, because I started the series with a $3 million loan, and that's why I put into it. And after 10 years, it hasn't risen in value? Oh well, it is what it is. Productions. No, actually I want to go to here. So, I mean, I do got some carton rolls. I got a good amount of furniture. Paper roll, I got a good amount on. Sorghum we keep for the chickens and the horses. Empty pallets. Maybe I should sell some... Maybe I should sell the empty pallets and the paper rolls down there. So, paper factory, that's on distributing. Let me put that to storing. Storing. Empty pallets, let me put the empty pallets to storing. Because wood we got plenty of oak trees to cut down and restock. So the empty pallets are going to the vegetable factory. We need the empty pallets to store the food on, so that's where that's going. And the paper and carton rolls, I think I'm using that for the canned corn. So I just have to make sure I got some wood into those productions before we end the month. I think I made a passageway through... Oh, I did not make a passageway through here. Thought I did. Alright, well, I'll just cut through here like so. Yeah, these rolls take up a lot of space. Is that all we're getting? I think so. I think that's all we're getting. All right. So these are worth quite a bit amount of money. Then I mean, I did spend $500,000 on the production itself. Wait, empty pallets are here on this side. I think that's all the empty pallets. Yep, I think that's all we have. Oh no, more are spawning, never mind. That's furniture there. I'm going to keep that there for now. Kind of hard to see. 5,000 environmental score. I can't see how much is above that. Let's see. Who needs to be unloaded? See if we can get that loan down to 1.5 mil, which I think we already can. Wait, that combine just moved like I hit it. I didn't hit that thing. Alright, I'm going to pay back this 30,000 right now. So the loan's now down to under 1.5 mil. Alright, get out of their way. Over to the Deutz. And I'm going to go top off the vegetable production, and I'm probably going to have a little bit left. And that will go into the silo. Wait, will I have a little bit left? Well, if I do got any left, it'll go into the silo, and we'll make sure the corn cribs are turned on to dry the corn. Not sure. That John Deere might be pretty close to finished by the time the Lexington gets done with the corn harvest and sunflower harvest. So now that I kind of changed my plans a little bit for what we're going to be doing here in this farm, I'm not sure I'm going to need any more sheds. So the farmyard may be somewhat complete at this point. Alright, and then you come over to here, and I'll make sure the corn cribs are turned on. That is active. That is active. Now let's get this back over to the cornfield for unloading. Now I was going to try to stay on top of the John Deere combine, but the way it's heading, I can't get on that side to unload. So we'll try to stay on top of things by unloading this one. I'm guessing that John Deere might be full before it gets to the other end. It might get to the end and turn around, but I think it's not. No, never mind. The combine doesn't look as full as it could be, but I guess as I get closer, maybe it is. And yep, might as well go unload this because it's going to be somewhere around 80% full. So, I mean, the way the money's coming into the farm, I think by the end of harvest next season, I could pay off 1.5 mil. I mean, we're going to have some horses to sell somewhere around January. That's going to be $150,000. This poppy next spring, that's going to be $250,000. The vegetable factory is pumping out like $50,000 or $60,000 almost a month, I think. Alright, John Deere is headed up the other way. I'm going to try to unload that now. Because that way, the way it's been going, it's always been coming down the other way. So if I can get it to where I can unload it going up this way when it's almost full, that'd be better. Although the field pass gets shorter as it goes along. That eventually would change. Alright, and probably the other one's going to be close. Might as well just wait right up here for it. Okay, it's not really that close. It's probably almost half full. You're just going to back up the hill all the way instead of turning around, then drive forward? My workers like to challenge themselves. And yeah, I do know the color coordination doesn't match, but that corn header originally was bought for the John Deere. But luckily the Lexion is in the same color category as the John Deere-ish. It's not that far off. I think while I'm waiting for this to finish up here, and also waiting for the John Deere to do its thing, let's go visit our oak trees. I kind of forgot where I left off taking tree. Am I back just taking off the first row? I think so. We'll get a couple of these cut and prep for filling up the sawmill, paper mill, and the empty pallets. So I think 3 trees would be a good start. Get rid of the stumps. Well, like always, I think the John Deere is probably ready to be unloaded. Or is that for the corn? That's actually the corn, which is good. All right, we'll get them on the sunflowers here. No, Francesca, you can take a short break, I guess. It might be you that comes back. I don't know. I'm not going to be too worried about some of the corners that may have missed. Let's just get this right into the sunflower field. So I think the only field that John Deere is going to harvest this year is the poppy field. I've used the Lexion everywhere else. .9, 2 headlands, 7%. Yeah, looking all good. And that says it's going to take an hour. I don't think it's going to take an hour to harvest that field. Maybe it will. If that's the case, then yeah, the John Deere is definitely going to be done before the Lexian's done with the sunflower field. Hello, Blue Street Customs. Welcome. Appreciate you stopping on in on a Thursday. Hope your day has been well. Alright, that's empty enough. I want to get back to... Well, actually, I need to go empty out the Deutz and trailer because that's got corn in it. And I'm going to need that free for the sunflower. Hello, Anita. Welcome as well. Yeah, so I think I paid off, what, about 300 grand off the loan today. So that's 10% of the original loan. I don't think I'll be paying off any more today. Although the eggs price might be something I should be looking at. That'd be like 80 grand, or just shy of it. You're having a great day, Blue Streak. That's good to hear. Fix your cursor offset from game to OBS. Wait, this is not the field I want to go to. This is the field I want to go to. Is my Lexian getting ready to tell me they need to be unloaded? Because it looks like they're not really moving down there. I don't think there's an option for Farming Simulator 25 to minimize when you click off screen. Unless they added it in a patch somewhere for settings, but when FS25 came out, that wasn't an option. I don't know if they added it to it. Alright, again, I think I got about a minute or two. I'm not in your way, am I? Shouldn't be. Want to cut down a couple more trees. I did take care of the stump, right? Looks like it. don't think I need to rush in planting trees either. I can plant trees in the wintertime. But I mean, we should have plenty of oak trees. I'm not falling behind on them. We're fine. It needs to be unloaded. Then we will cut you. Nope, not that one. Oh. There we go. Some rich poppy. I may as well go unload this. So as far as these fields, I don't think any other fields I have need lime. Still need to lime the other one on the other side of the farm. Well, that's a small field. I gotta get the straw bales off the field before I really do it. Although I did the other one. I just don't have any free tractors at the moment. While that's unloading, let me see what the price of eggs are doing. Eggs, $12.69. So, yeah, the price is going up. It's not there yet. Cement bricks. Nope, we're not selling that. And empty pallets. I got loads of empty pallets. Seems like the empty pallet production is pretty fast. Alright, got to keep the combines moving. I would like to unload that one just to finish it off, but yep, combines is exactly on the opposite side as it always is. Oh, who put that bush there? Oh no. Kind of stuck into the tree there. I don't want to sit there for about a minute and a half trying to get unstuck from the tree, so. Just give it a helping hand out of the tree is all I did. Seems like I'm getting more sunflower than I thought I would. Yes, I don't. It hasn't happened since the patch, I don't think, of the crop not showing up in the combines. Or I just haven't hit that bug. But so far, so good. Can I catch up to the combine before it gets to the end of the row? I'm thinking not. Nope. And it's just about full, too. It's full now. I think it's full now. Because it knows it needs to pull over to help get unloaded. So I know I was talking about either when this series ends or Shamburgo that we're going to be going to a small-ish map. I don't think the DLC Highlands map is going to be a small-ish map, but we may treat it as a small farm. But I'm going to try to focus on using all the equipment that comes with the DLC. And of course, yeah, we will harvest onions. Shamburgo's not going to end before I get to that map, so... And like I said, this one's not... Well, this one will end when I get there. Yeah, let's go back. I think I only cut 2 trees down so far. I need 1 more cut. Yeah, we just got 2 cut. I think we're going to get the harvest done just before the rain gets here. Not that if we don't finish it and the rain gets here and it rains the rest of the month, we're fine, because we should have November to harvest both those crops. Or all 3, well, 2 crops, because we only got sunflower and poppy left, but I do believe we got 2 months to harvest both. Alright, let's go, because this combine is going to be full here in just a moment. Cornfield will need to be plowed. Hopefully it'll start unloading before it gets full. Because it's going to stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Yeah, he stopped. And right back to harvesting. Guys, we'll just keep on following until I'm full, or it gets to the end of the row. Whatever comes first. Or unless the other combine needs to be unloaded, which may happen first too. Getting more sunflowers than I expected. Again, with the vegetable production, there's a lot more recipes in there than what we're going to do. Some very interesting ones, of course. But considering, you know, I know I said it's OP. Once you have it up and running, it is. But when you take in consideration what you got, get up for productions to have it, where it's there. I'm trying to think how much money I must have spent, like $800,000 to $900,000 to get everything running for that to actually produce. So even though I'm getting a lot of money per month from it, it's going to take a while before I get my money reimbursed for all the production buildings I had to put down to make it run. And I didn't even get started on the sunflower oil. So, yes, what I need to do after we get this all taken care of, sawmill needs a little bit of wood. Paper factory is out of wood. And the pallet production... Oh, pallet production doesn't need wood. It needs planks. What's the furniture factory looking like? Oh, that's called carpentry, not furniture. Carpentry's got wood in it, so that's fine. So it's just the paper mill and the sawmill that need wood. Gonna unload the combine there because it's going down the right side of the field for me to unload it. And the headlands should be done. So now it should be just going up and down the fields. Now I could use the big Roy and go down and move those trees, but Big Roy is kind of slowish. So I think we'll wait until the harvest is done. We'll bring the Fendt 942 down. Alright, bring this up to the end of the field because hopefully I can catch it again while it's going down this way to unload it. So we'll get it prepped. And now we'll switch back over to you. It's nowhere near full, but keep on top of it. Glad I didn't sell any of my trailers when we bought the Mercedes, and I bought that trailer for it. Two-thirds full, so let's go empty this out. Poppy we don't sell until March. But that'll be a pretty good payday. I think we usually get about $230,000 worth of poppy. That's before our environmental score bonus. Watch out for Sam. See how much poppy we got currently. Poppy, we have $192,000 in stock if I sell at the max price. Actually, even selling it today, it's not that bad. It's at 174 if I sold it right now. But of course, might as well wait. I'm not in that much of a rush to pay off the loan, or at least get the loan down further. Yeah, this poppy harvest in about another 5-10 minutes should be done. Then I could take the Fendt on down and start dragging those trees into the sawmill and paper mill. And probably should grab the mail truck and deliver some mail. I mean, it'll be like $2,000 worth of mail, but we haven't done any mail deliveries in a bit. that one's fine. It's this one over here that needs to be unloaded. Harvesting is a busy time of year. Oh, I think I'm way too close. That's a corn header, not a grain header. This is the 6,900, right? Not the 8,000. Yep. Just double check on the forecast here. Yeah, so not until 4 o'clock now it's showing rain. So yeah, we're good. Is poppy a 1 month? No, poppy is 2 months. And corn and sunflower should be fine as well. Sunflower would have been good another month. And so would corn. I would have thought that the corn and sunflower harvest would have went a little bit quicker to where I could have got the Lexion over here. But I thought wrong. Maybe it's because of the crop types I've planted this year. Maybe last season I had the John Deere maybe harvesting sorghum before it came into this field. Going to follow all the way to the end of the row and then switch back over to the Deutz. We'll unload some more sunflower. Just trying to keep on top of these combines so they're constantly moving. Alright, to the Deutz. And this trailer will need to be unloaded here. Oh. Alright. Okay, I guess I'll have to do a full turnaround now. At least, even though I'm not using the semi to unload the combines in the fields anymore like I used to in 22 and 19 and 17, trailer's still going to come in handy when I go deliver all this stuff where I can haul 120,000 liters at a time. Into storage it goes. I think Sam is keeping an eye on me today. He's kind of hanging out around in the farmyard by the silo. Maybe he's eating the extra sunflower seeds that don't go in the silo. He's nibbling on them like a bird would. I mean, I did feed his bowl today, so he should be well off. Probably got about another 20 minutes or so on the sunflower field for harvest. I mean, maybe not that long. I could jump into the combine and turn it on. It'll tell me how much time it thinks it has left. But it gets done when it gets done. Alright, and switch over. Oh, it needs to be unloaded because it's done. Alright, we give the header and the combine a good wash, put them away. Repair status is looking fine. Not too worried about a few little pieces here and there. As we know, that stuff, I mean, yeah, there's probably a few liters here and there, but at this stage, it's not really worth my time. Day 1, probably would go around and collect the little bit that's there, but year 10, not so much. So I may actually cut down more trees than I needed to for our productions. Paper mill is only going to take a half a tree at best. And the sawmill usually takes about 2 trees, and that's usually when it's empty, and it's not empty. Well, either way, I'll just have a tree that's ready to go. I'll just have to leave it cut there. I usually don't like leaving trees cut when I save a game, exit, and come back a couple days later, because I think that caused a problem once on the save back, and I'm going way back to FS15 when forestry became a thing, and it caused problems. I'm sure that's resolved by now. Yeah, really the animal trailers should be parked somewhere else. Because that when I bring these in, I can bring them in a little bit better. But that's not a bad angle. And yeah, I'll move that header when the Lexian is free. We'll do it with that. But I want to get everything cleared off with that field. You're full. Alright, so we'll take care of you first. At least now I just got to manage one combine. Unload all your goodies into my trailer. Give me that good stuff. Again, I would love to see how much is actually inside the combine as we're unloading, since it does it the other way. Come on, Giants, make it so we can see what's in the combine when it's unloading too. Instead of having to do the bird's eye view to see exactly what's in there. And actually, I think it is empty. I'm just getting what it's harvesting, so... Let's go get this poppy into the silo for safekeeping. This trailer... crop chaser bin. And yeah, we're done harvesting for the year, so we can wash that and put that away. So since I got this nice big red shed, where I thought I was going to have some root crop harvesters going in there, I could probably park something like this in there. Now we can see, I'm guessing 230,000. That's usually what we get roughly off of that field. Worth a poppy, that is. Let's see, what do we got here? Poppy, 225,875. I'm disappointed now. Not 230. I remember when I bought this trailer, this was kind of like an impulse buy because it was on the sale page. I was like, sure, why not? You know, it wasn't that much for it. And now I'm glad I have it because I use it quite a bit. We'll give the 942 a quick rinse here. Can I open this door while that one... No, I think I gotta close... Okay, which one is it? So I gotta close that one to open up this one. Alright, and now we will close that one so I can open up. There we go. I was kind of hoping that I do have super strength turned on, so I'm going to turn that off so I don't accidentally pick up a combine or something. Something needs to be unloaded. And I'll give you one guess what it is. I always have in my mind that sunflower is a low-yielding crop, but man, seems like I'm over here unloading this combine quite often. You can see the fill rate that's going in, still emptying out the combine, and now it's slowing down, so now we're just unloading when it's harvesting. And yep, let's go unload this into the silo. Bring this back, and then hopefully we can jump into the fending, at least get it down to where the trees are with the winch before the combine's full again, but I think the combine might be full again before I get down there. Don't know why I'm going around this way for. Hey, where did Sam go? Sam disappeared. Oh, Sam's over here. He's starting to wander a little bit further away. Yep, still think we'll get the harvest done before the rain gets here, but like I said, if it does get here, not a problem. We still got next month to harvest the sunflower. Let me go ahead and top this off with some diesel. Love that fuel pump. Just dumps a whole many liters of fuel into it at once. Takes like a second to go from 0 to 100 on fuel. No fog today, which seems kind of weird in the fall month. So the winch should be at the furniture production. For carpentry, I guess. Interesting, you can see the oak trees, but you cannot see the trees I cut down. Oh, there they are. Needs to be unloaded. So one thing to look forward to in November is we should have 8 more horses on the farm. We'll take that offspring and put them into the riding stable. And the quote-unquote mothers, I guess, will stay in the open stable. And we gotta wait like another, probably until springtime before they reach their 17,000. They can be worth more than 17,000. I just sell them at 17,000. Again, I am using a mod that increases the value of the horses. So we're not doing base game value of 5,000, it's 17,000. All right, into the fence. Nope, don't stop doing that. So control K. Left control, not just control. It's got to be left control. We'll bring this one over to the paper mill. And then the rest can go over to the sawmill. Wonder if I could even get this into the trigger. I think it'll be inside the trigger. Okay, it took it. What did that do to the paper mill? Oh, that takes 130,000 liters of wood. I thought it didn't take that much. I sometimes focus too much on chat and not the game, and I end up driving into a river. Also, I'm going by the sawmill. I gotta see if I got any more wood beams. I need 2 more wood beams for the one stage of the houses. I needed 4 this morning, but I only had 2. We do got 1 set of wood beams, but not 2. And we're only halfway on the next pallet, so... I think I'll spit out another wood beam in the month. Actually, from driving up to our oak trees, it looks like I got a ton of oak trees. But I got the planter, I got saplings. We'll plant some in the wintertime. Let's see here. Gotta keep that harvester going. Might get the rest of the field into the trailer. So I'm not really sure I know how many more seasons I'll be on here. I mean, year 11 is going to happen. Year 12 might happen. How come your harvesters don't cost you money sitting around, but yours do? Not sure what you mean. If you're talking about workers, they're charging me. It's not like an FS22 where you constantly see the money go down. In FS25, I think it's like every 15 minutes in game time where it deducts the money for the worker. So you're not going to see it constantly go down. It just takes a lump sum now every 15 minutes of in-game time. So you might see it here in about a minute. I'm at 1328. I think when it hits 1330, you'll probably see my money go down. And that's the worker fee. I noticed that way back on Riverbend Springs. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not getting charged for workers? And then I noticed every hour it would show you how much you paid for the hour of the worker. But if you keep an eye on my money, you'll see it go down once in a while. It just doesn't do it constantly like it used to. So yeah, the paper mill actually can take loads of wood. I think I was getting mixed up with the carpentry where it doesn't take a whole lot of wood. So any trees I got left over can just shove right into the paper mill. Let's see, we're at 34,000, 42,000. I'm thinking the other, well, I think I can get one more in here. It's going to be tight. So we'll drag one over here. If it takes it, great. If it doesn't, well, then it'll be over here for the next morning, and then the other top half of the tree can go to the paper mill. So feel pretty good about today's stream so far because, like I said, we paid about $300,000 back on the loan. And that's what we're going to focus on for a while until the loan's paid off, which is now down to 1.5 mil. I think by the time we get to next spring, it'll definitely be below $1 million. Probably closer to like $750,000 mil. Doesn't want to take it. Alright, heck with it. Doesn't want to take any of it. Over our table saw. Well, it's not really a table saw. And the combine needs to be unloaded. It might be done. Let me get the Fendt over here, and then we'll grab the combine, and maybe I'll finish off the harvest myself. Nope, not quite done. But we'll follow it all the way through the rest of the field if I can get it all into the trailer. I'm not sure I'm going to get this all into the trailer. Combine will get to the end, but I think the trailer might fill up before we get there. I forgot how much this trailer holds. Well, harvest is technically done. I think I'll just bring the combine over and unload the sunflower into the silo. It's got to come back to the yard anyways. So one thing we could do is look at our stock market page, and we'll see in total how much I have money-wise sitting on the farm. Almost $1 million worth of material sitting in the farm storage. I mean, I'm not selling a lot of it. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of it. But sunflowers, we got $158,000 worth of sitting there. That'll be sold. Poppy, $225,000. That will be sold. But things like the sorghum, that's $123,000. We keep that for the chickens and the horses, which is way more than what they need. But I'd rather have more than not enough. I think I'll put the fuel in it, the combine now. That way it's ready to go for next year. In real life, you wouldn't want to put fuel into it and just let it sit there for another year. But in game, fuel doesn't go bad. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to fold that up. Yeah, I kind of forgot where the fuel is for this combine. There we go. So I use the Lexion in every field except for the poppy field. And that's the smaller of their combines. That combine I did buy brand new, I believe. Got a lot of the paint coming off already. How many hours have I got on this thing already? Just 6. Wasn't sure if I was going to like this shed or not, but for what I'm using it for... Oh, look at that. That was perfect timing. The rain just got here. Yeah, I am liking that shed quite a bit for what I'm using it for. I forgot something. Alright, we'll come back to that in just a moment. Let me drag this... Ooh, did I not hitch that up? We'll drag this last tree on over. And then we'll go back and take care of that header. Wash it up, put it away. I need the combine because I didn't unfold it into the trailer mode. If I was already in trailer mode, then I would just use a tractor to move it around, but it's not unfolded. Alright, so hopefully this is in the trigger. It is. Good, good, good. Alright, let's park this here for now. Back into... Yeah, back into you, I guess. I left it this way because I thought I was going to use it again. Alright, give this a rinse. Actually, it doesn't look that dirty. It's not showing me how much damage is on that MacDon header. Is it because I got the pressure washer? Okay, so tell me the damage on the combine, but it doesn't show me the damage on the header? Or is it because it's attached? No, get off the pressure washer, dude. Doesn't matter what series I'm on, my guy likes grabbing that pressure washer. So if it's unhooked, will it show me the damage on it? No. Okay, what's going on here? This one shows me 6% damage, And how come when I get close to it, the header moves? Alright, so that showed me 6% damage. Why doesn't it show me... That's weird. It doesn't show me no damage on that. Maybe it's at 100%, but wouldn't it say 100%? I don't know. Whatever. I have no idea. All right. Close that door up. Back into... well, not the Fed. But we will come over here. We're going to grab some mail. Oh, it already loaded up with mail. Or I already had mail in it. Let's go deliver some mail up to the houses, shall we? Well, Lindsay, it doesn't make no sense because I just looked at the other header and it showed me how much damage was on that one. And it's the same exact header. So it's bugged or something, I'm not sure. So again, just doing the mail for the fun of it. I mean, we are making some money off of it now because I bought everything I need for the mail. So, but I mean, I did spend a lot of money putting the mail production down, getting the mail truck. So we got ourselves a mailbox up here. Rain, sleet, or snow is the saying, right? Now, I could also use an autoloader and load up the pallets, or you can load the pallets on a trailer and load bulk mail rather than buying the UPS or United States Postal Service, or sorry, the Lizard Postal Service vehicle and delivering just small amounts of mail. And all I gotta do is just back up to it and I'll automatically load up. So it's kind of like an autoloader. Oops. Second I drive away to go over because I don't want to wait, that's when it'll spawn. Yeah, it could be it's just seeing me there, that's why it won't spawn. And this mail we're going to bring over to the farmer's market. Kind of helps pay for the workers a little bit. That's the way I'm going to look at it. I'll load this up once again just to get the mail out of the post office. That way the production can restart. Alright, just park that up right there, and that's ready to go for another mail delivery if I want to. Got a lot of pallets out here. I'm out of planks in here to make more pallets. Planks are fine over at the sawmill. I think I got a good amount over there. Let's just make sure that our stones are going in. Keep up with this. And yeah, I'm looking for another set of wood beams. I need 2 more for the houses up there. Speaking of the houses, we'll just take a quick trip up there to see what they're looking like. I mean, you've been seeing as the day goes on. The second story is going up, so that's coming along rather well. Yeah, this is the one that needs the 2 more sets of wood beams. Got enough brick, but not the wood beams. The other one might actually be done with the current stage it was on. So we have built 2 houses. And this one just needs planks for another step. But we'll get that done next time. So the main thing that we really did today was paid off like 300 grand on the loan. So half of the loan has been paid back, but I did 10% of it today. So I think when winter comes, we're selling stuff for the vegetables production, and we sell the poppy in the springtime, the sunflower as well. We got eggs to sell, along with the extra sawmill stuff and some of the paper mill stuff. Yeah, this loan's going to, maybe by the end of next year it'll be done. I don't know if I want to go that far, but it may be. And in the meantime, also, we're going to keep our eye on the sale page. But I think what I'd like to do, once we do get the loan paid off, because that's what I want to focus on, if we got some time left and we do get some money coming on in, maybe I'll swap out, I've been talking for a while, swapping out the 942 for a 1050 Fendt. And there was another vehicle I was thinking about swapping out. The Big Roy, not so much. Maybe not the John Deere, but at least maybe get that far. I think that's what I'll look into possibly doing next time. Let me just double check on something here. What do we got here? Let me just click on this, click on this, click on this. And what do we got here? So, yeah, I think I'll add, because he's the only one live streaming right now. There we go. So, yeah, he should be redirected over to FS Farmer. I'm going to end up for today. But if you still wanted to see some more farming fun, FS Farmer, who was here earlier, he's live streaming, so I'll send you over there. Wait, did I save that? Because I didn't do that last time. Make sure I save that into settings so you'll be redirected over there. Yes, you'll be redirected over to FS Farmer. So, yeah, at the end of my stream, yeah, if you just stay right on here, you'll be headed over to FS Farmer and watch him do some farming on Judith. I think he's on Judith Plains, I do believe. And, yeah, I will be back tomorrow streaming, but tomorrow we'll be on Roadcraft, which I think Lindsay was just asking, did I finish the contamination map? No, we're like 85% done. I did a little bit of off-camera work yesterday to get some roads in so I can get to the other containers. We'll probably be starting off on the contamination map tomorrow for Roadcraft and picking up those containers before I head back over to Washout and work on that, which we are like 15% done or so. So yeah, tomorrow is Roadcraft. As for when I'll be back here on New Hope, it'll either be Monday or Tuesday when I'll be back on here. I did have an episode of Farm Sim went out yesterday. What's the name of that map? I completely drew a blank on the name of the map. But I had an episode that went out yesterday. I will have an episode of Transport Fever 2 out tomorrow. I'm going to post that a little bit later on. And I'm also going to record ATS later on tonight so I can see if my new truck has any problems. But yeah, I'm going to jump out of here and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Like I said, stick around. I'm going to redirect you over to FS Farmer. I'm not going to do the end stream outro. Just go ahead and end the stream and you should be redirected over to FS Farmer. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow streaming Roadcraft. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have a good Friday, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.